Hi everyone, Tintana here. Today I decided to do something fun. I drew all of these ink bottles in this Toma River paper journal, and I just wanted to show you swatches of purple, lilac, lavender inks. So we have a few to swatch. I'm going to start off with this multi-shading inks. First off from Sailor, this is the Nekoyanagi. I thought it will be interesting to actually see all of these inks together, in one page. So I am going to show you that right now. So the first one that I am doing here is the Nekoyanagi swatch. And as you can see, this is multi-shading ink. And it has that, beautiful lilac, lavender color mixed in with, other, nice shading in there. It's very pretty. And we shall see how this looks later on when it's dry. I thought that it would be nice to see them all together in one page to kind of like compare and contrast them to each other and see the differences between and among them. And I'm not gonna do like a writing sample of this, but I'm gonna write the name of the ink here. So this is Sailor Nekoyanagi. So my page is a little bit cramped in here, but we're gonna try to make it work. Nekoyanagi. I don't know where I'm gonna place it, but maybe over here. Alright, so I'm doing my glass pen here. Let me zoom in. This is Nekoyanagi, and this is actually very pale purple, but it's really nice. I like the color, but it can be really fine. So if you have a nib that is really fine, it's gonna look very pale in there. All right, so that is the Sailor Nekoyanagi ink. Again, very pretty and multi-shading as well. It's very interesting. So that's the first one. The next one I'm gonna do is another Sailor ink. So I'm gonna start off with the fun inks and then we'll see the other ones. All right, so let's do the Sailor Ink Studio 1, 2, 3 here. That's the one I'm gonna do next. And kind of interesting to see how they compare. And as you can see, this Nekoyanagi one is really bright purple. So now I'm moving to the 1, 2, 3 ink, also Sailor. I'm gonna dip it again in here because I wanted more ink. Oops, it's so wet here. Well, let's see how that looks like. So this is the Sailor 1, 2, 3. Again, very pretty. I'm gonna write the name over here, maybe here in the ink bottle cap. So it's 1, 2, 3. That's how it looks like. Very nice purple lavender gray. All right, so pretty, right? Alrighty, so that's that. We're gonna move on to the next one. Next one is very similar to that. I am thinking of what I would do next, whether I would do the Kangyou or 224, but I'm gonna do the Kangyou. All right, so this is Yurameku ink, also from Sailor, and again, it will be interesting to see them side by side. Let's do that. Oh, all right, interesting how this looks very similar to that one. Let me dip it again here and maybe do a second. Alrighty, okay, let's try that again. All right. This is so similar, you guys. So if you already have the 1, 2, 3, the Kangyou is really very similar. Okay, and I don't know how this is gonna look like later when it's dry, but it will be interesting to see. All right, write the name here. This is Kangyou. All right, let's do that. Okay, very similar. Like I said, if you switch the bottles, it will be very difficult to tell like how similar these inks are. Can't see much difference. Interesting. We'll see when it dries if that's gonna change. All right, and then the next one up here, I'm gonna do another Sailor ink. So this is 224. All right, let's do that. Okay, dip it in here. Again, this is very similar. Gonna do another dip. Oops, a little bit more in there. All right, do that. Okay, alrighty. So this is 224. This one has more blue in it, but definitely has purple as well. Alright, I'm done swatching this multi-shading inks, and let's do let's see how similar or different they are from each other. Okay, as you can see, these two ones are very similar, and then the Nekoyanagi one is really very bright purple or bright lavender. Okay, so these three are kind of muted, but they look very, very similar to each other. Very interesting. All right, moving on. We are gonna do another set of purple inks. So the first one up that I'm gonna swatch in here, maybe what I'll do is maybe do it this way, so then it will be easier to compare them to each other. So I have a Shikiori from Sailor, and this is Fuji Sugata ink. Will be interesting to see also the comparison between this one and the Nekoyanagi, because this is supposed to be bright as well, but we'll see. Alrighty, let's see that. Ooh, very pretty ink. Okay. Alright, so this one is Fuji Sugata. Okay. From Sailor. Pretty ink. Alrighty. Maybe I should write the name here. I don't know why I wrote it over there. I could write more in here, but I just wanted to be consistent, so we'll just leave it at that. The OC, being OC. Alright, let's take a look at it again. So these two are bright, but of course this one has more shading in it. It has blue in there as well, but this one is just nice lavender color. Let's zoom in and see how that looks like. Alright, next up, what's next? What am I gonna do next? I am gonna do the Pilot. This is Pilot Iroshizuku, and this is Murasaki Shikibu. Now, these Japanese inks are, I'm telling you guys, so difficult to pronounce. But I'm kind of like thinking that more or less these two inks are gonna be very similar to each other. And we'll see that in a moment. We'll see. Let's see that. Ooh, as you can see, I am not wrong, guys, because they are really very similar. Let's see that. Okay. Interesting. Gonna do writing here. This is let's see here. Pilot. If I can spell that. Iroshizuku. And this is Murasaki. Okay, Shikibu. Okay. Alright, so let's zoom out and do a comparison of the Sailor Fuji Sugata in this Pilot Iroshizuku Murasaki Shikibu ink. Let's try to compare them to each other. Again, these are two very similar inks, so it's very hard to actually see the difference between them. Maybe this one is a very tad bit lighter, than the other one, but otherwise it will be very difficult to tell them apart. All right, so what do we do next? We're gonna do a Birmingham. I really love this ink. So this is, let's see here. This is Birmingham, California Raisin. And let's do a swatch of this here. Okay, I really am very curious how this compares to the other one here. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that this is kind of like a bluish purple one, kind of like grayish in tone as well. Huh. Very nice one. More blue. Okay. Nice ink. Okay. And this is Birmingham. From Birmingham. Pen Company. You know what? It does look like kind of like I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's kind of like a navy purple color, or I would say it kind of looks like a blue black ink, but like here on my swatch, I actually did a swatch of this when I first got it, so it would be very easy to kind of like tell just looking at the bottle what ink I have here, because they don't have swatches. So I did swatch that, and it does look purple, but now from the bottle it does look more like bluish. Okay, there's still purple in it, but it looks like there is also blue in it. Very interesting. I didn't know that at first. So if I didn't do like the re-swatching of this, I wouldn't have noticed that. But it's kind of interesting. I actually like this California Raisin even more. Right? Let's see how different this swatch is from this. Well, I don't know if it's just because of the paper, or I don't know what happened to the ink, or there is some evaporation that happened there. I don't know. But looking at this swatch here, it's kind of interesting. Very pretty. Okay. All right. So those are those inks. Let me zoom out so you guys can see them all at once in one page. So very pretty ink. Now what are we gonna do next? We are gonna do the shimmery inks. Okay, I have one that is sheening ink, and this is interesting. I just wanted to see how it looks like here on the same page with the other purple inks. So this one is from Fountain Pen Revolution, and this is called Mardi Gras. So, and this is supposed to have like a green sheen in it. And it actually depends what kind of paper you use, whether that sheen will be pronounced or will be noticeable, but it will be interesting to see here. I did swatch this before, but it looks like the sheen is only visible when it's wet, but when it dries, the sheen actually disappears for whatever reason, but we'll see. We'll see here. Okay, let's see that. So this is also a gorgeous purple color. It's supposed to be a sheening ink, and we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna write the name here. This is from FPR, and this is called Mardi Gras. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do. Try another one here. Some X's. White figures here. All right. Let's take a look at what's happening here in the swatch. And I do see some sheening in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see the sheen there? There is like a green sheen in there. Let's take a look at the swatch of the writing sample. It's kind of difficult to see, but I see it in areas where the ink pulls on the paper. So it's in there, but you have to tilt the paper to, actually see it. All right. So this is kind of like a dark purple ink, and I think it's good like everyday, ink to use if you like purple ink. Okay. All right, so moving up, we are gonna do some shimmery ink. Okay, so I will swatch the Diamine or Diamine, I don't know if I pronounced that right, Lilac Satin, and this one has a silver shimmer. And maybe I should shake the vial first. We'll see. Okay, we'll see that. Alrighty, let's see this. Alright. Okay. I don't know what happened to it, if the shimmer is visible here or not, but we shall see. Okay. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Oh, I do see like a small, like a very, very, very fine shimmer. Okay, do you see that, guys? I do. It's pretty, isn't it? So the shimmery particles are very, very fine. So I wonder whether this will clog your pen or not. I have not actually tried this in, you know, like on fountain pen, because I'm afraid that it will clog my pen. But looking at the shimmer, the kind of shimmer, it's very fine. It's very pretty. Look at that. Alright, I'm gonna do a writing and see whether it's visible in the writing as well. I'm gonna clean up my glass pen quick here. We'll see how this thing will look like. Okay, let's do that here. Alright, let's see. This is, got a lot of purple ink on my finger now. Okay, so this is Diamine. This is Lilac Satin. Okay, so it has that silver shimmer. I'm gonna write here silver. Okay, and we'll see whether you know, the shimmer will be seen in this writing. Okay, let's take a look at it again. I like this Diamine satin. It's interesting and it's fun. Let's take a look at it again. Let's see. It's kind of hard or difficult to see, probably because in the glass pen it's not, I don't know, maybe this will be more pronounced if you have like a broader nib. But looking at the swatch, you know, if it catches light, you can definitely see, you know, the shimmer, you know, in there. Very, very fine. Again, very interesting. It's hard to see. There it is. There, I see the shimmer now. On the writing sample, I do see the shimmer, but it's, yeah, I mean, it is visible even on that writing sample. But you have to tilt the paper in a certain way in order to see that shimmer. But it's really interesting. Very nice. Okay, the last one that we're gonna do is last but not the least is another shimmery ink, and this is from the Vinta Salimbay, and I'm very curious how this two is gonna look like, you know, to compare these two shimmery inks here. Let's see. Okay, clean the glass pen, and I have another swab. Yes, I still have one here. Okay, let's see. All right, I need to shake up the vial. Again, it's Vinta Salimbay, and this has, I think, a good amount of shimmer in it as well. All right, let's zoom that in. Really interesting here. Okay, let's try that again. As you can see on my swab, you can see I do have that shimmery particles there. And then we're gonna do some writing here. This is from Vinta. Okay, let's see. Can't get enough of these purple inks, right? So Vinta Salimbay. Okay. So this has more blue in it. It's like bluish purple ink. Blurple, as you call it, or as some people call it. All right. Well, I'm excited to see how this looks in close-up. So we shall see in a moment. Okay, oops. Be careful, we don't want to make a mess in here. But, alrighty. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh, do you see that, guys? Do you see how pretty that is? And let's compare the two. So the Diamine one has a very nice, silver shimmer in it, and it's visible even in the writing sample. So, but again, you have to tilt the paper in a certain way to actually see that. All right, it's pretty. Let's take a look at the Vinta. The Vinta has like a blurple, bluish purple color, but the shimmer in it is also very fine. But the shimmer, I think, is more of like a pink shimmer, like the kind of shimmer that these two has are different from each other. So this one has a silver. This one has that nice pink shimmer. Let's take a look at the writing sample, whether we are going to see that. Yeah, I mean, you can still see it. It's visible in there. All right, so those are the inks that I have for you. These are all purple inks, and this is how it looks like, in one page, so you can see them all at once, in a glance. So let's take a look at them again. Again, the lightest and the brightest one you have here is the Nekoyanagi. It's very bright, and I like the blue in this ink as well, that's mixed in with the purple. It's very pretty. And then these two inks again are very, very similar. You have the 123 and the Kangyou, muted. You have the 224, which is also very pretty. You have these two inks from Sailor Shikiori. It's Fuji Sugata, lavender color. Very similar with the Pilot Iroshizuku Murasaki Shikibu. So maybe just a very, very slight differences in terms of, this one is maybe like very, very tad bit darker, but they are very similar to each other. And then the muted one that I have in here is the Birmingham. I am in love with this Birmingham California Raisin. Why didn't I write the name here? I forgot to write the name here. Okay, this is from Birmingham, but they do have other purple lavender color in their collection as well, so I should write the name here. This is California Raisin. Okay, I love this purple ink. I love the bluish purple. Okay, again, let's take a look at it here. Don't you just love this, guys? It's pretty. It's more of like a bluish black, but then it's also purple black. Purple black, or maybe a muted purple, but it's really nice. Okay, and then let's take a look at the FPR Mardi Gras. So the sheen is not as pronounced. I mean, the sheen here was very visible when it was wet, but now I don't really see that sheen anymore. It kind of looks dark, like this one is maybe kind of like black or something, I don't know. But you do see like a color changing in here, like from green to purple. Okay, and then of course you have the Diamine Lilac Satin, and that is a very nice silver shimmer. You have the Vinta Salimbay that has that pink shimmer. All right, so these are all the purple inks that I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and you will be notified when I upload my next video. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.